Hey guys, Kiko here for another Q&A. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave your comments, leave your questions, and here we go for the first one. This one from James and Gule. Hi Kiko, I just love the way you play your guitar and run and walk at the same time on stage. So, do you used to practice all this? How do you do it, right? All right, so, well, I don't practice, the stage performance, but I do rehearse standing up. So I believe it's really important to stand up when you're practicing the songs that you want to play live. Also, I kind of walk, I move my body, I don't just stay there, I move, I walk. So for me, it's natural to walk and play, right? And I do watch some videos as well, just to see what's happening on stage. Not a lot, but I do watch some videos to see, the way it looks, the way my performance looks. Also, but the most important thing here is you need to know how to play the songs. You need to be confident that you know how to play the songs, the solos, the parts. You're not gonna get lost. And then also, because you have a lot of information happening, right? You're playing, you're like in this flow state. You're just playing, and then you're kind of communicating with your bandmates. But you have the crew as well. Then you're looking, monitor guy here, my guitar tech, the other guys from the crew, and then you have the security guys in front, maybe photographers, journalists, and then the audience, the first row, and then the whole thing, the lights. It's a lot of information, right? So you need to know the songs. So then if you know the songs and you don't get distracted, you get distracted by all those things, but you don't lose, what you have to play, then you can think about where to walk, how to move your arms, your head, whatever you want to do, the positions of your legs, when is the best time to move in a certain way because you have to play, and when you start a solo, how you get that first note, the position you're gonna be, so you don't miss that note, or a difficult run, and how you're gonna do that difficult run. And that's the fun part of a concert, because when you repeat, when you do a tour and you repeat the same songs throughout, 20, 25 concerts, the fun thing is also trying to move or to walk or to run, doing some difficult parts, because it makes the concert more challenging for you if you start moving your body in a different way or things like that, because you're playing the same parts every night. So I think it is a cool thing. And then sometimes you miss the note, not because you don't know the solo, because you're trying to do a different movement or something like that. That happens. So I don't practice. I have a good experience playing live. I played, I don't know how many thousands of shows in my life. So then you develop this confidence, to try stuff out on stage in front of people. Cool. Next one from Leo, Strat Only. Strat Only? Why Strat Only? Okay, so, hi Kiko, does Dave Mustaine ever secretly plays his old Jackson and BC Reed guitars at home? Did you see any of his old guitars, or did he get rid of all of them? It's only Gibsons. In his house, studio, it's only Gibsons. He's 100% Gibsons. I didn't see any BC Reed. The Jackson, I think I saw the case. I think he has Jackson there, but I don't know. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. But playing and then around there, only the new Gibsons. Yeah. All right. So this one is from Steve Bastel. So thanks for these videos first, and secondly, I would like to ask you a question. What is a click track? So he's asking what is a click track. Legit question. Okay, and he's coming to Kansas City. Great. All right, so a click track. A click track is an annoying thing that keep doing this. That clicks. You know, it comes from the metronome. You know, that thing to help you to keep the time. And then now it's an electronic sound. You know, like a click. And then we do have because I did a video explaining that Megadeth uses a click track live. So we have a click track because we have the video, so the videos are synced, and then also we have the patches for the quad cortex, you know, for the guitar patches. So it's all synced, and the videos as well. So you have to have a click, you have to have a tempo, you have to follow something, and then it might be that people think that is you lose the I don't know, it's not spontaneous anymore. But actually, throughout the years playing studios and all that, like, you learn how to play with a click track. And if you have a solid drummer like Dirk, it feels like it's a click track. Actually, the click track is very low, and it gets mixed with the drums. You know, it's like having like a cowbell or just like a clave, like you know, some percussion instruments there, like just doing this, and it gets mixed with the drum sounds. So it's not a big deal. Actually, you really hear the click tracking just before the song starts. So I don't remember, maybe it's like 2 bars, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the song starts. It's like the good old, you know, the drummer counting in, you know, using the hi-hat. Sometimes Dirk used the hi-hat just for fun, just to sound like the good old days, but it's not necessary because we have the count in for us, you know, in the in-ears. Actually, there's this, I would say, like, amazing voice. It's not an amazing voice, it's an annoying voice. It's like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, whatever, like a electronic kind of voice. And so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and it start. I think like this, or maybe it's like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, stuff like that. And it depends on each song, and also about like having this live feeling. The click track, they're not the same as the album. So actually play live, and then you might be like, oh, the song live feels a bit slow, and then you just push the you know, just make it faster. Or you might create a new click track, a new tempo map to work well live. You know, so it's not that we're playing exactly like the album. Normally, I think most of the songs we're playing faster, or if the song's already fast, so then you don't need to. But I mean, like, I think a Tout le Monde is way faster than the album. So some songs, you know, we have a live version of the click track, so it's okay, you know. And for professional musicians, that is used to play when you record an album. It's like you have the click track the whole time, so it's okay to do it live as well. Actually, everything is more consistent. So you're actually, the more consistent the things are, you feel like you just feel free to do all the stuff, you know, like I was just talking about the stage performance, because everything is the same every show, so it's easier to create all the stuff, you know, the body movements, or changing the way you end a solo, or interact with the crowd, because, you know, everything is there, you know, it's always the same, so you can interact better with the crowd. In any technical issues happens, easier to you know, to figure out what's going on while playing, things like this. Okay, the next one here is about the click track as well. So this one from Boomer Bands. I like the concept, you know. I think it was Tim Henson from Polyphia that said that he doesn't like Boomer Bands or something like that. And I think it was interesting, yeah. But I have a thing to say here. Like, it's not all the bands are Boomer Bands. There are like specific way of doing some bends or some phrasing that's like pretty, it sounds pretty boomerish, I would say. I don't know how to say. Yeah. But bands are cool, you know, bands are cool. You can play a lot of bands, and you don't need to be a boomer to play bands, you know. Anyways, but I kind of agree with him in some phrasings and some kind of bands and pentatonic clicks and stuff like that. Kiko, since you use a click track, what could happen to presets and all if someone makes an error? All right, so error, like we don't make mistakes. But actually, we might do some tiny mistakes, you know, like, you know, notes or from the solos or something. But like the whole structure, it doesn't happen. It never happened. You know, like you go to the verse again instead of going to the chorus, or Dirk missed a beat or something. This doesn't happen. You know, Dirk is super solid. When we start the song, it's just like there's no mistake. What can happen is the computer error. Then, yes, you know, the system can fail. So the system has a backup, so it's two computers running at the same time. So if one computer fails, it goes straight to the other one, and we don't hear any difference. It's just fine. Sometimes the computer, something happens and there's a hiccup. You know, it's like the click is like this and stuff like that. Sometimes it happens, but that's fine. Then we just catch the next click and we go. If the system fails and the whole thing stops, so the videos will stop and we just play the song. You know, just like any normal band. You know, because actually we don't have any fake things. You know, we don't have any fake instruments. So if the click stops, we just keep playing the song, and we know how to play the song. There is no like, oh, what about the fake guitar, the fake drums? There's nothing like that. So just keep playing the songs, you know. So the error is more about the system, you know, if the system's really working well, and yeah. And also, but it's a legit question. If the system stops, so the crew knows how to change the patches. You know, they would change by hand. So then it goes manual. So there's like, it's like an airplane, you know. Like, so if the autopilot stops, you know, we know how to play. The crew knows how to change the patches, and everything works. The only thing that probably will stop is the videos. Yeah. Good stuff. Good question. Good question. The last one here. Participe. Hi Kiko, what is the first song that you recorded in the studio and when? All right, so I did recorded like stuff when I was really young. I don't remember, like, you know, like. But the first professional recording was with Angra in June 93, recording the album Angels Cry, and the first song was the song called Queen of the Night. I remember that. So that was the first song I recorded, was the rhythm track for the song Queen of the Night. That is not in the album. So we started with the bonus track, with the EP songs, you know, just to, you know, we were like really young, so it was a good call from the producer to start with the songs that are not so important, you know, the EP songs or the bonus tracks. So yeah, Queen of the Night, the rhythm tracks from Queen of the Night in '93, June '93 or July '93. The recording started in June '93, so probably somewhere there. Yeah, summertime in Hamburg, Germany, with the producer Charlie Bauerfeind and Sasha Peth. That was amazing time. I learned so much from those two guys. And yeah, so first song, long time ago. That's all for now. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Don't forget to save your spot on my online event, March 7th. Links here down below, and see you in the next video.